In this video, I will talk to you about getting 3 hits, confirming the trend. Typically, a trend line will hit 3 times and it'll break. Doesn't mean it's going to happen all the time, but that's a pretty good rule of thumb. It breaks on the 4th hit. Let's draw out another one here, and we'll draw it on out, and I'll see what happens here. But as you can see, we've got um, a pattern, which we'll talk about in another class, but it's a triangle pattern, an ascending triangle, and it's headed up. But so far, we've got 1, 2, 3 hits. Now, I bought a call in this market. I was thinking that market, the corn's going to go up, and right now it's down about $200. All right, I'm going to pull the chart over a little bit more. All right, and as you can see, this trend line, the one that we just drew at the bottom here, it only had 2 hits or 3 hits. It had 1 hit here. So let's just draw this out, or label this. We had 1 hit here. We had our 2nd hit here. We had our 3rd hit right here. Then it broke trend. I'm going to draw this out a little bit more, and I'll show you why. Come here. Oops. Here. And I need to go back here and pull this back down. I got the here. So there's our 1st, 2nd, 3rd hit, and then it broke. All right, and it came right back down and then jumped right back up. And what's interesting here is that it took 1, 2, 3, and then it had 4, 5, 6, 7 hits so far. It has not broken that upper trend line, which is very, very unusual. All right, I mean, just extraordinary that it hasn't broken that yet. 7 hits on a short trend line that hasn't lasted that long. If you went in here and drew out the days on this, you'll start back here and draw it over to here. That's 3 months, 97 days, 66 actual bars, trading days. So it's been 3 months. And it has 7 hits on that. That is so unusual. Typically, they will break like it did here on the 4th one. Now this one jumped back into here and came up. Then it broke down here again. Now what's interesting is in a lesson coming up here, you're going to hear the term magnetic trend line. I won't get into it right now, but you're going to hear that term in a little bit. But I'll give you another little hint here. We're going to study this in another class, but I'll give you a little preview of it. Is that when prices break out of a pattern, like this is a wedge, all right, or a triangular pattern, prices will typically, not always, but typically, it's a good rule of thumb, travel an equal distance as the widest part of that pattern that they broke out of. So if that's the case, and this is what I'm betting on here, because I've got 72 days left on this option here, all right, is that if that happens, price would come all the way back up to here, which is $1,275, which is the price that it was here. But it would, on my strike price, well, we're not going to talk about options that much right now because we can cover that later in the course. But I can tell you that if it did break out here and come all the way back up, from where I got in on that option at expiration, now remember I got 70 days left on that, I could make 1600 on that, and I paid 700. So make double my money if that happens, and that's what I was counting on, happening. But so far that has not happened. right? But I just want to give you a quick lesson on uh, confirming the trend and getting 3 hits on it. And then we're going to look at redrawing trend lines, uh, magnetic trend lines, and a few other things in the next videos that are coming up. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that kind of an unusual situation that you've got 7 hits on a trend line. It hasn't been broken yet. That's pretty amazing.